Albert Einstein allegedly called compounding the eighth wonder of the world, and yet most people ignore it. Not because they don't believe in it, but because they don't understand how it really works. It's the most powerful force that you're probably not using. In this video, I'll break down how compounding actually works, why it's the quiet engine behind every wealth building strategy, and why ignoring it is costing you decades of freedom. If you've ever thought compounding was just interest on interest, this will change everything. Let's dive in. The biggest misconception about compounding. Most people think compounding is just earning interest on your money. That's true, but incomplete. Compounding is growth on growth, a snowball effect that accelerates over time. The magic isn't in the first year, it's in the decades that follow. Here's the problem. Because the early years feel slow, most people quit before the magic happens. They underestimate the curve and overestimate their ability to catch up later. Compounding feels slow at first, but it explodes later. That's why starting early matters. Here's how compounding really works. Let's break it down and use some math. Year 1. Let's say you invest $1,000 at 7%. You earn $70 on that interest. Big whoop, right? Year 2, you earn interest not on the $1,000, but on the $1,070. That's $74.90. Big whoop yet again. But come to year 10, your $1,000 has grown to $1,967, almost doubled for doing nothing. Year 30, that same $1,000 is now $7,612, all without you touching it or adding a dime. That's the power of exponential growth. It's not linear, it's accelerating. Here's 3 reasons why you're probably ignoring it. Number 1, present bias. We as humans value now more than later. Look to the future and beat present bias. Number 2, impatience. Early growth feels too small to matter. That's why most people give up before seeing the effects. And number 3, lifestyle creep. When lifestyle increases to meet increased income. We spend raises all too often instead of investing them. The result? We delay investing, thinking we'll start big later, but later costs you more than you realize. Here's the cost of waiting in real numbers. Let's say you start at 25, $500 a month at 7% for 40 years. That's $1.3 million. If you start at 35, 10 years later, same amount, just 30 years instead of 40, $600,000, less than half. If you start at age 45, same amount, but for 20 years, $250,000. Waiting 10 years doesn't just cost you 10 years. It costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars in compounding growth. Waiting 10 years from 25 to 35 can cost you $700,000. That's the price of delay. Here's the formula behind all of this magic. Future value equals present value times 1 plus rate to the amount of years. It looks simple, but the exponent is everything. Time, or years, is the multiplier. Rate matters, but time matters more. Compounding isn't about rate, it's about time. Start early. Here's how to activate compounding today. Number 1, start now. Even small amounts matter immensely. $50 a week compounds into $260,000 over 30 years. Number 2, automate contributions. Dollar cost averaging beats trying to time the market. Number 3, reinvest dividends. Every payout buys more shares, which earn more payouts and buy even more shares. Number 4, avoid interruptions. Pulling money out resets the snowball. Set it and forget it is the key to earning the exponential growth. And number 5, increase gradually. Apply the ratchet rule. Boost contributions with every raise or big bonus. $50 a week for 30 years is $260,000. Small steps compound into freedom. Here's where to put your money for maximized compounding. One good idea is index funds and ETFs. These are diversified, low cost, and historically, they have strong long-term returns. Another option is retirement accounts. These tax advantages accelerate your compounding. And a third option is dividend growth funds. These reinvest the payouts for potential exponential growth. Remember to sign up for DRIP so that your dividends are automatically converted into more shares. Here's the psychology of compounding. Compounding feels boring. That's why most people don't give it enough credit. It feels boring because it's quiet. There's no drama, there's no headlines, and there's no instant gratification. But that's exactly why it works. Wealth isn't built in noise, it's built in silence. Here's a bonus, and it's called the double compound effect. It's a strategy that wealthy people use. First, you compound your money through investing. And second, you compound your income through skill growth. When you earn more and invest more, compounding accelerates on two fronts. That's how fortunes are built. Compound your money and your income. That's the wealth accelerator. Remember, compounding isn't magic, it's math. But it feels like magic because it turns small, boring steps into massive results over time. Start today. Automate one transfer. Reinvest dividends and let time do the heavy lifting. Quiet consistency beats loud predictions. Your future self will thank you. If this helped and you want calm, practical finance videos that actually work in real life, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a like. It's free for you and it helps me immensely. Join thousands of people just like you, building freedom one smart decision at a time.